My name is Nari Ward, and I'm going to take you on a tour of some of the work in my show. The title of the show is called Liberty and Orders, and I want to talk to you a little bit about this piece. It's called TP Rainbow. Whenever there'd be an incident in the neighborhood, I would see the police would come out with this tower, and they would stay there for a couple of weeks. And the TP Rainbow is actually made of wood and tarp, blue tarp. They would have one officer outside in the car, another officer up there doing what, who knows what. And I thought there was so much mystery involved in what these things were. The tarp, for me, was a really important element because it talks about the notion of something temporary. I felt uncomfortable about that. And at the same time, associated with that mystery was the fact of feeling much safer because they were there. The actual platform is modeled from the police platform, the police tactical platform, which you see quite a lot in different neighborhoods. It was these very strange emotions of feeling very vulnerable and uncomfortable about their presence, but then feeling like they were there to keep me protected. It's their surveillance platform, and I really got intrigued with the architecture of it. One, because it seems like something totally alien to the neighborhood. But the other one is that it's about height, it's about authority and power. And I wanted to figure out if I could have a conversation about these strange emotions coming together. So the TP Rainbow is about this strange merger of feeling anxiety, but then feeling comfort. I wanted to bring this discourse of the temporary material of the tarp with this architecture of power, which the police platforms represent. I thought, well, where else does that exist but in fairy tales, right? Fairy tales are sort of a backdrop for some kind of repression that happens. And then it's also a teaching tool for young kids. The idea is to merge that with a narrative that this little fox is part of. It's, I call him Cornell. He's a red fox, and he's got a afro tail. And Cornell is kind of the mischievous intellectual. He's witnessing this sort of moment of, I call it sort of Rapunzel moment, where it's these pants zippers that has hair caught in it that's coming from the window of the tactical platform. So in some ways, I sort of entered the narrative of the fairy tale because it was a space that allowed for that discourse to happen of anxiety and comfort. There's these two balancing things going on that Cornell is kind of witnessing for the viewer to try to figure out and be a part of. So that's how this piece kind of started to live as a result, and live in that strange bridge of the fairy tale and the fiction, or the fact. And I think this is really important for me to emphasize, that it really wasn't about getting down on the police. I think they really do serve, and the majority of them are really trying to do right by the citizen. I think that it's really much more a situation of, even when something is successful, like now crime rate's down more than ever, we have to be even more aware of how much power we give over to them. And I think, and really monitoring that authority that they have. Because there's a tendency for us to feel comfortable to give up authorship of what they're doing.